Welcome to episode 19 of The Closest They Came, a series where we take a look back on the days when drivers, winless at NASCAR's highest level, came painfully close to etching their names into the history books. Kenny Irwin Jr. began competing in the SCCA GT1 class while still in his teens, before racing a black Buick Somerset in the IMSA Stock Car Challenge. Switching his focus to open-wheel racing in 1991, he would begin competing in the USAC ranks. After earning multiple wins and Rookie of the Year honors while moving up classes, he would claim the 1996 USAC National Midget Championship. His USAC success would bring about the attention of NASCAR teams, and in 1996 he would get the opportunity to make 5 starts in the Craftsman Truck Series, earning a 5th-place finish from the pole at Richmond. He would sign on to run the full schedule in 1997 for Liberty Racing. After winning races at Homestead, Miami, and Texas Motor Speedway, along with earning 7 top 5 and 10 top 10 finishes, he would come home 10th in points. By late 1997, he had drawn the attention of Robert Yates, who would sign him to take over the legendary number 28 car from Ernie Irvin for the 1998 season. Yates would fund David Blair Motorsports to field a Cup Series entry for Irwin between September and November of 1997 to gain additional seat time. He would make a total of 4 starts before year's end, earning his first top 10 finish at Richmond.
Kenny Irwin, who's put his Tonka toy away for the night, but it was a good night for you.
It was a good night. Robert Yates and David Blair gave me a great car tonight. We led a few laps. I'm real happy, except for how I did the pit stops.
But that's what you're here for, to learn and to race.
That's right. We got 5 races to this year and try to get ready for Daytona and get all the mistakes out of the way right now so we can go to Daytona.
Just briefly, your overall thoughts of your first Winston Cup race.
I thought it was great. I loved it. I mean, this is what I've worked my whole life for, is to get right here, and now I just got to win a race.
Okay, and pit stop practices might be in the card.
That's right. We'll probably do some of that this week.
Okay, and we'll see you again at
Martinsville.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, that's Kenny Irwin. Great finish here tonight.
Irwin would kick off 1998 with a win in the First Plus Financial 200 ARCA race from Daytona, setting his sights ahead for his Rookie Cup Series campaign. Originally scheduled for March 8th, heavy rains would push the Primestar 500 back to Monday the 9th. Making just his 8th career start, Irwin would qualify 5th after averaging 192.220 miles per hour around the 1.54-mile Atlanta Oval on his timed lap. He would show early speed, firmly establishing himself in the top 5 out of the gate.
Fighting along with Mark Martin in 6th position, that's rookie Kenny Irwin right up ahead.
Todd Bodine did not touch the wall when he and Andretti touched over there. And Kenny Irwin goes by Dale Jarrett on the front stretch, takes a spot away. Good qualifying lap for Kenny Irwin this weekend. And a good run so far, already in 4th spot.
The first caution of the day would occur on lap 14 after Gary Bradbury suffered engine issues. Irwin would stay out under the yellow, lining up in 4th for the lap 18 restart. Mike Skinner would endure a vicious crash in turn 4 after a tire failure as the field came back around, quickly putting the race back under yellow. Irwin would pit with the leaders and be the 2nd car off of pit road, lining up in 14th for the lap 26 restart after several cars stayed out.
Here's a Napa field summary. The first 3 have not pitted at all. 4 through 12 pitted during the first caution, and everybody else there back of that pitted on this most recent caution.
He would immediately begin working his way forward, re-entering the top 10 on lap 30 and the top 5 by lap 43. NASCAR would throw a competition yellow on lap 51 for teams to check tire wear. Irwin would pit with the leaders, coming out 2nd after his service. Things would get back underway on lap 56. Irwin would begin to fight with Todd Bodine for the race lead.
Looks like he may do it.
Yeah, he does move out in front. And that costs Barrett the lead. Kenny Irwin taking a look, and here comes Todd Bodine.
Whoa, look at him.
And it's Todd Bodine in front.
That's Kenny Irwin, the rookie, and the Haviland Ford coming up quickly and closing in on Bodine as he wonders what to do. Bill Weber has more on Kenny Irwin as Dallenbach goes a lap down.
And a great run for Kenny as he moves to the inside of the racetrack and continues his venture around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. He's made 2 stops, both at a little over 18 seconds. And Irwin chasing. The one thing Robert Yates, who is acting crew chief, has told his driver since that last stop, it looks like we're going to start going a little longer on our tires. So take care of them. He was loose early in his last run, but the car came to him. No adjustments, 4 tires and fuel for Kenny Irwin on his last stop.
More from Bill Weber.
Well, one thing we haven't pointed out today that we have discussed over the weekend is that Mark Reno is no longer the crew chief on the 28 car for driver Kenny Irwin. It's Robert Yates and Raymond Fox calling the shots along pit road. What they want Kenny to do is follow Dale Jarrett. They want him to follow Jarrett and learn where he's running. And the most concern right now is about the 28 car tire. If Irwin follows Jarrett, he can learn his groove and also learn how DJ protects his tires.
He would eventually take over the top spot on lap 80.
Terry Labonte and the Yates car, and there we go. Kenny Irwin goes to the lead, and he has it coming off the corner.
And he led him to strike, so he gets those 5 bonus points.
That will be the first lap that Kenny Irwin has led in 1998.
And it was one thing to move over and let your teammate go by when you're in second, but it's going to be a little tougher when you're first.
Yeah, you might have second thoughts on that.
He would let hard-charging teammate Dale Jarrett by on lap 88 before making a green flag pit stop on lap 101.
Todd Parrott said we cannot afford to go more than 50 laps. We put it on lap 51, so 50 laps later we're at lap 101, and both of the Yates cars come down pit road at 45 miles an hour.
Very smooth stop for Irwin. He's a little tight. They're going to loosen him up just a little bit with air pressure. He's already back out on the track. We've Jarrett out of pit road.
He would retake the lead on lap 109 from Johnny Benson as the pit cycle would complete.
And here's Irwin going for the lead.
Wow, impressive performance here by Kenny Irwin. He does take the lead from Johnny Benson. I hope those aren't raindrops we see there on the camera lens, as Kenny Irwin in car number 28 leads his teammate Dale Jarrett in number 88. Now, this 28 car has performed well here in Atlanta. In the last 6 races, it has 5 top 10s, including 1 win and 2 seconds when the car was driven by Irwin.
The caution flag would fly for the 4th time on lap 120 as a rain shower would move in. The leaders would pit once again. However, a slow stop by the 28 crew would move Irwin back into second for the lap 130 restart.
The leader, Kenny Irwin, on pit road. Extra man across the wall to clean the windshield. 4 tire stop. No chassis adjustment. Irwin with the number 1 stop on pit road. Irwin's away. The 81 beat him out. Here's Jerry. And I climb up on the top of the pit box to talk to Robert Yates, the car owner for Kenny Irwin. He's talking to his driver, and some of his crew members are talking over tire pressures. Great game for you, Robert, and your young driver, Kenny Irwin.
Yeah, got a ways to go, and I've seen this show so many times. You know, you get, we just don't want to get over our heads. You know, we don't have to win this race today. We just want to get a good, solid run.
And he wants to get back to talking to his driver. They said their biggest problem so far today has been keeping Robert Yates calm.
Kenny Wallace, Kenny Irwin, Dale Jarrett, Todd Bodine, and Dick Trickle are your top 5.
He would retake the lead from Kenny Wallace on lap 137.
Here's Irwin now trying to get out on the inside. He might make it this time.
Got a good run coming off the corner. Looks like he's going to pass by Kenny Wallace. Now we have 5 cars lined up there to the inside of Wallace.
He would remain out front for 16 circuits before Jarrett would get by once again.
Kenny Irwin has led 39 laps so far. He started 5th, and his lowest was on lap 21 when he was in 16th spot. So the rookie from Indiana is setting the pace here in the NASCAR Winston Cup event. Kenny Irwin has led the most laps so far. He's about to lead his 46th lap of the race, as Dale Jarrett, the veteran, is about to take the lead away from his teammate, rookie Kenny Irwin.
Driving like a rookie today, is he?
No, he is not.
The rain would make a return as the field completed lap 160, slowing the event for the 5th time. Irwin would pit with the leaders during the yellow, lining up in second for the lap 177 restart.
Let's check in with his teammate in Bill.
4 tire
tires for Kenny Irwin. They wanted to make an air pressure adjustment. Kenny said, no, please don't change the way the car handles. 18 seconds flat. He beats Jarrett out of the pits.
Slugger, you're up here changing tires for DJ, but watching your young man, Kenny Irwin, pretty impressive.
Yes, he is. I mean, last thing he told me this morning when he got in the car, he said, hey, we come to win this race. And, man, if we can finish 1-2, that'd be a great day for Robert Yates. I mean, we've had some bad luck this year, and it'd be a great day for everybody, Texaco and Quality Care, if we could finish 1-2, which is like what we want to do, you know.
With you calling the shots down on the 28 now, at least prior to the race day setup, how close are the 28 and 88 when it comes to the setup and chassis?
I could show you the setup sheets, and the wheel weights are within 1 pound of each other. I mean, they're almost identical. I mean, Todd Parrott, he's been good to myself, and Robert and Raymond Fox. I mean, I'd be lost without Raymond Fox. I mean, he's like a right-hand man. 28 team's a very good team. We're just looking to improve. We got a lot of young talent, and we want to win races.
Now, when do you get to be off the tire changing crew, get to be down there and actually be calling the shots for the 28?
Well, me and Robert are still talking. I mean, we got to do what's best for both teams. Not just the 28, but the 88, and we'll get it worked out in a couple weeks.
Kenny Irwin actually has a hole in his grill. Now, normally you'd come in under caution. You take this lacquer thinner, pour it on this rag, clean off the grill. Then you take the tape and stick it on there. Because it's cleaner, because you use this, the tape will stick better. Unfortunately, they're doing 18-second pit stops. They don't have time to clean the grill. When Kenny comes in next time, just take some tape, slap it up there over the hole, and hope that corrects the problem.
The green flag waves and competition resumes in the Primestar 500.
He would quickly make his way around Todd Bodine to reclaim the lead.
Kenny Irwin is like a rock came off that corner, like he was shot out of a canyon, or should I say cannon, out of a cannon into a canyon, and right by Todd Bodine.
Derek Cope would crash violently following a tire failure in Turn 2, bringing out caution number 6 on lap 206. After initially keeping the lead through the subsequent pit sequence, controversy would arise as NASCAR would move Irwin back into second, behind Terry Labonte before resuming the action on lap 216.
Terry Labonte has been put at the front of the field, with Kenny Irwin running in second position. Bill Weber has more from pit road.
Well, here's the situation. Kenny Irwin is learning by doing, obviously, as a rookie in NASCAR Winston Cup. Earlier in this race, he led the field back to the caution flag. After he took the caution, he went a little fast into turn 1. NASCAR told his crew, make sure he knows to slow down after he takes the caution. Well, this time, after he came off of pit road, he beat the 5 car off of pit road. NASCAR apparently is telling the crew he did not catch up to the pace car fast enough that he was holding up the rest of the field that wanted to get around the track. For that, they've moved the 5 in front of the 28 on the track. The 28 guys are not happy about this, but they just had a big meeting here on pit road. Robert Yates just told his driver, shake this off. We can still have a good run. And the team's getting themselves fired back up for the finish of this race.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like this. We've talked to Raymond Fox. We've talked to Robert Yates with the 28 car, and neither one of those guys have talked about winning the race. They're not putting that kind of pressure on their driver that, look, you've got a best car here, you've got to win that race. And that's the kind of pressure that rookies really and truly do not need.
Well, certainly Irwin has been in contention for the win here, and the last race won by a rookie was in a Robert Yates car. Here's Bill Weber.
Raymond Fox, you left the pits first, but you're second on the leaderboard. What did they tell you about your driver?
Well, NASCAR said that we didn't catch up to the field quick enough, so we beat them out of the pits. That's what counts. Put that behind us, and we'll go racing now and see if we can win this thing.
How is your car?
It's pretty good. It's still a little bit tight. We made a little bit of adjustments. Don't want to do too much, and see how it ends up.
Okay, and they also had enough time to put one piece of tape on that hole in the grill.
Green, green, green.
Once again, we see Sachs go to the inside.
Yep, everybody passes by.
He would get around Labonte to retake the lead on lap 224.
Battle for the lead. Looked like Kenny Irwin was taking a look on the inside.
He took a look in the tri-oval, but nothing doing at the moment.
As Irwin goes for the lead.
And here he is, moving to the inside up Labonte and taking the top spot. That looked pretty easy.
He would survive an intense battle with Mark Martin on this run, who was trying desperately to gain his lap back.
Here's the view from Mark's onboard camera.
Gets a great run off the corner. Wow.
After staying out front for 43 laps, his longest stint of the day, he would pull off to make his final pit stop on lap 267.
Both are coming in.
Both coming down. Now, again, we remind you the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. Begins right there. Bill Weber, here they come.
And they warned Kenny Irwin several times, no speeding, no speeding. He is all the way down at the turn one into pit road. 45 miles an hour, the pressure mounting on this rookie. No driver has ever won his first Winston Cup race at Atlanta. Kenny Irwin's fate may be decided right here. This is expected to be 4 tires, and they are going to try and loosen the car up a little bit. It could be wedge, or it could be track bar. They hadn't decided. Now they go to the rear of the car. Right sides are on. They come around to the left. They put more tape on the grill trying to cover that hole.
Unfortunately, an agonizingly slow stop would drop Irwin in the running order to the back half of the top 10 with less than 100 miles remaining.
Contact with Kenny Wallace. If he does beat Kenny Irwin out of the pits, Rusty Wallace beats him, Johnny Benson, and Wallace beats Irwin out of the pits. Wow. Kenny Irwin, he's in the first pit. And here's the line that they determine what the positions go for on the caution flag. Now, this is on the green flag. You see, Kenny Irwin moved on a caution flag. He would be in front of every one of these cars back here. But since it's a green flag and they have the acceleration factor going for him, each one of those cars will pass him before he gets back up to speed.
Continuing to fight back, he would reach as high as 5th before Jeff Burton would crash with less than 2 laps remaining, causing the 7th and final caution as the field took the white and yellow flags behind Bobby Labonte, who would claim his 6th career victory and 3rd at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Irwin would go on to win Cup Series Rookie of the Year honors for 1998. He would eventually earn 3 more top 5 and 10 more top 10 finishes, including a 3rd-place run in the 1999 Daytona 500, before passing away in a tragic accident at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in July of 2000. Kenny Irwin Jr. was a bright young star who showed multiple flashes of brilliance during his brief but very successful racing career. And on one dreary Monday afternoon in March of 1998, he nearly pulled off a victory at NASCAR's highest level.